On the day I was diagnosed, I was really quite shocked to be told I'd got diabetes. I was glad that it was something specific, that it was a known condition, but I was really quite shocked that it was diabetes. I didn't know a lot about diabetes and I didn't really know anybody with diabetes, so it was a real surprise. When I was first on injections, the way injections work didn't really fit in with the way I run my life. The way I was injecting, I had to eat at particular times and have lots of snacks at particular intervals, and that was quite sort of just slightly restrictive. When the pump was first suggested to me, I was pretty exasperated with the whole sort of process of trying to manage diabetes, trying to get, working very, very hard and not really getting it under control. So I was actually at a stage where I thought I'd really be happy to try anything, and if it was a new technology, I wasn't too worried about it. I had a few sort of questions about where do you keep it and what do you do when you're asleep, where do you put it, what do you do when you're in the bath or in the shower. They're sort of very basic practical questions, but I just thought there's enough people on them that I'm sure there's answers. I was diagnosed 6 years ago and Emily was diagnosed a year ago. When Emily was diagnosed, I was in a different place. I was sort of more under control, knew more about diabetes, so I was less worried about diabetes and what you do with it. I was more worried about the implications for your child. It's a very different feeling from having it yourself to when it's your big baby who's got diabetes.
Now that I'm on the pump, I can do active stuff independently. I went to scout camp and I did the rafting and did the day's hike and did that all without my mum and without anyone else. I controlled it with the pump and that worked really well.
If I could have my time again and I was offered a pump right at the very beginning, I would start on the pump straight away and go through the little bit of hard work at the beginning to get things working before going through the sort of years of pain and frustration of working really hard and not really getting any better. For me, if I'd gone on the pump a lot earlier, I think I would have got to this level of control just years earlier.
If I had my time again, like I went back to my diagnosis, I would definitely try and get on the pump earlier because it's helped me so much, and I think I would have managed okay, but I don't think I would be able to manage where I am at now and the control I have now without the pump.
The pump has enabled me to not just do more activities and eat more easily, but it's actually meaning that my HbA1c is improving, and it's still improving as I learn more tips and ways to use the pump.
Important safety information. Successful operation of the insulin infusion pumps and/or continuous glucose monitoring systems requires adequate vision and hearing to recognize alerts and alarms. Medtronic Diabetes Insulin Infusion Pumps. Insulin pump therapy is not recommended for individuals who are unable or unwilling to perform a minimum of 4 blood glucose tests per day. If your insulin delivery is interrupted for any reason, you must be prepared to replace the missed insulin immediately. Please visit http://www.medtronicdiabetes.com/important-safety-information for additional details.